Welcome to the Neville's Corner new episode. Today we have a special guest who is not an industry expert or a consultant at this stage, but rather a young YP2G graduate who is still going through one of the top universities of the world, NUST in Islamabad, Pakistan. Yet decided to enroll herself into YP2G as she took personal grooming, personal development as an imperative part of her career development. We would like to welcome Ms. Mishaim Majeed today to Neville's Corner, who just finished the 90 days short program of YP2G and has become a part of today's Neville Corner random pick to share her experience with us today. I'm Ali Jafri from Pakistan, joined along with Neville Gaunt all the way from UK. Hello Neville, hello Mishaim, how are you?
Hi Ali.
Good. How are you?
Good to be connected with both of you, Sam. So, straight to you, Neville. It's all your show, so please proceed and let's engage Mishaim, who has just graduated from YP2G.
Well, hello again, everybody, and welcome to this episode of Neville's Corner. As Ali says, this is fairly unique, fairly special opportunity for me to get closer to one of our graduates, I suppose, and ask her just a few questions of what it was like for her. So, Mishaim, welcome to the program. I've just got a few questions for you, but what I'd like you to do is to say in your own words just a little bit about yourself and what made you enter in the YP2G program.
Thank you very much. I am Mishaim Majeed from Islamabad, Pakistan, and I've been a very brilliant student during my school time, and I've been working very well. But due to some bad behavior of teachers and some other issues, I felt a prey to depression. And when I started visiting a lot of psychiatrists and psychologists, and after giving me antidepressants for almost a year, my psychiatrist suggested me to join YP2G. And I believe that that was the turning point of my life where I changed a lot.
That's brilliant. I mean, you said before you were quite a brilliant young lady. Can you just say roughly what age things started to change for you?
I was 17 when I fell prey to depression, when I started visiting psychiatrists, and after almost I believe 15 months after taking medicine, I started YP2G, and I believe that the medicines did not work as YP2G did.
Well, some people might call YP2G medicine itself. It certainly wasn't. It isn't geared to helping with depression, which is why your story is probably more interesting to us and maybe to other people than it would be ordinarily, because you were suffering what you believed was physical abuse. Is that right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So what is it when you started the course? Did you feel apprehensive about the course, or did you feel as though this is something that I really must do?
When I actually started the course, telling you the truth, I was not interested in it at all. I just started doing it because my doctor had prescribed it or he had told me to do that. I was not interested. I thought that that was a burden, and I used to think that I was a failure. I thought that I could not even do this. But eventually, when I started taking part in the activities, the exercises given by the course, my interest started developing. I started taking part in it more actively. I used to log in every single day and perform the activities. I performed every activity with a great zeal and zest. I talked to a lot of people, and now I feel that I should have done that. It really helped me a lot.
Do you think, going back to when you started, if your teachers have said this is a program you and all of your classmates would do you think it would be attractive enough without knowing anything else to actively go on that program?
I think that that is a great platform for all of the students. Everybody should enroll themselves in it because as I was suffering from depression, many of the people are suffering from it, like whether it's like very slight kind, but I think everybody should enroll. It improves all of your qualities. Like there are different features given over there, teamwork and then communication. There is a skill that everybody lacks in. You can say everybody's perfect. So I think everybody should enroll themselves in it so that they can develop their lacking skills.
I get you. So let's just think a bit wider here. You know, you did maths at school for probably 14, 15 years maybe. Every week you did maths. But did you do communication as a subject?
No, I didn't.
Or negotiation as a subject?
I recently done a course in business communication, but I don't think that helped me like YP2G did, because I took it as a task. When I was doing that course of mine, I took interviews of some from corporate sectors, and meanwhile I was doing the communication skills from YP2G, and that was pushing me. Like when I went for the first interview, I was like very dull, and I thought that I would face many dangers, and I was a bit hesitated. But eventually, when I started doing the course, it helped me a lot in taking those interviews and having those conversations with my teammates, and that's all.
So you've actually been doing other type coursework and going on interviews with a renewed zest, a renewed vigor, because you've been on this program?
Yes, I feel that this program has helped me a lot, because as I told you, I couldn't communicate with people very well. I thought that communication wasn't meant for me. I thought that others could do that, but I cannot. But as I enrolled myself in this course, I'm telling you, I started communication part very late, because I thought that I cannot do this. But once I started it, it started helping me a lot.
So when you felt that you couldn't do it, what was it that gave you the confidence to go a bit further, that you could do it?
There happened an incident that we were having a chat in our class, and everybody was giving in their their remarks. There was a certain topic, and everybody were giving their remarks. They were giving their comments, and I was the only one who was sitting beside. So one of my friends told me that, Mishaim, why don't you participate? And after I just stayed quiet or whatever I said, and when I came back to my hostel, I started thinking over it, that why don't I do this? If everybody else can do that, why can't I do that? Because at the same time, I was going through the course of self-motivation through YP2G. So I motivated myself, and I brought a lot of confidence in myself. I talked to my parents about it. I told them that I cannot communicate in people, but they asked me that what can they do, and I told them that there is a section in YP2G about communication. So they forced me to enroll in that, and it was my parents and one of my friends who pushed me to start this section of YP2G.
Well, you probably got something to thank your parents for, if that's the case. And if anyone, go ahead, say again.
I said I have a lot to thank them for.
Absolutely, absolutely. And anyone listening in that thinks that they believe you, that you didn't have any confidence or any communication skills, I think we've pushed that to one side. Yeah. So whatever you were before, you quite clearly now are a very confident young lady with a very bright smile, a bright face, and you really do want to push yourself. So congratulations for that, because the YP2G platform is your platform. And that's what we try to get over to you as you're doing it as an individual. Did you feel that it was very personal to you as you were going through it?
No, it was not. It's like it didn't ask for any personal details or anything like people. it did not ask for any information that someone would not like to share with anyone. And the scenarios it gave were very general. There were not any like sessions or personal things. The question answers, the exercises, the tasks given by it were very random. They were very casual. Like there was, I didn't think that it was very personal or something like that.
But you applied your personal circumstances to it as you went through. You weren't told where to go do these things. It was down to you where to do them.
Yeah, it was absolutely up to us. No, nobody forced us like you have to talk to like your parents or your friends, or but it was totally up to us to whom we want to talk about them, whom we want to share with it. It was totally up to us.
Fantastic. So would you say that a lot of people say it interferes with our culture? Do you think anything you did challenged your culture?
I don't think so. I didn't find any task that was like that could harm our culture or something like that. I think everything was absolutely according to like, and nothing was personal, nothing was there as such to harm your culture or anybody on which somebody can, anything on which somebody can like create an issue. I don't think. I thought it was really perfect.
Excellent. Excellent. And yeah, go ahead, Ali. Go ahead.
Right, sorry to interrupt. Yeah, just because, Mishaim, just by observing what you've been saying, very overwhelming experience. You mentioned number of times where you were encountered with scenarios. I mean, in real life, I'm talking about where you said that I can't do. People were saying you can't do it. Why don't you do it? And as you know, the program actually turns you to become more into a can-do person. So could you tell us, how do you take challenges now, and how do you switch from a can't-do mode into a can-do mode? I mean, how do you wear these hats, which perhaps you have learned from the system or from the program to take away?
Now I face all the challenges very like, I think I've become very open-minded. Mm-hmm. I don't take everything on over, like I don't stress out. If you look at that Mishaim, she was very like, she's pissed off, she's stressed out, she's freaked out, like every word you can use. She was that. But now I think I've become very open-minded. I think open-mindedness has helped me a lot. I don't think that another thing I want to share, when I was suffering through depression, or when I was in that phase, I thought that if I could see somebody talking closely to each other or talking in airs or whispering, I thought that they're talking about me. But now, as I told, I don't give a damn. If they want to talk about me, they can. I don't care. Well, I feel like I'm something they want to talk about, so let them do that. It has changed me a lot.
Well, you're in a real can-do mode now.
I'm over can-do.
I can see some employers out there thinking, where can I get hold of this young person to offer her a job? Because it is this resilience, this emotional intelligence that people talk about. Actually, it's nothing to do with intelligence. It's being competent and resilient. You can't stop people saying things. They will say things all the time. The question is how we deal with them matters to us. So it's actually taking all of the comments, whether you like them or not, it doesn't matter. It's called feedback. We call it feedback. Some people, when you put a guitar close to a mobile phone, you get feedback and it's really nasty sound on your ear. And during our earlier session, we had a bit of feedback, which wasn't great over the internet. But it's just feedback. And if you can deal with feedback in your way so that you take all the good bits out and ignore the bad bits, you will grow. So, that's just a little feedback for you, because we didn't know Mishaim before you joined our program, but other people did. And when they see you on this video, as they will, because I'm sure you'll be sharing it with them, they will see a different person. And hopefully they see a person who's far more confident, and is really getting after her own life. But do you feel that way? Do you feel that's what you're doing now?
I think I have. Can you clarify your question, please?
Do you feel that before you said you were very stressed?
Yeah.
But now you're not?
Yeah.
The stress is still there because the environment hasn't changed, but you have. So now do you feel more in control?
Yeah, that's the point. The stress is still over there, but I'm not that Mishaim who used to be stressed out. I think stress will lie there forever as long as you live. But you have to change yourself from within. Stress will be over there.
Yeah, I'm with you. And there's a lot of people that have been nodding, listening in here. Well, Mishaim, I really hope you've gained as much as you can from this first program. Remember, this is only an introduction, so this is something that you've never done before. There is, for university students, there's part 2, part 3 and part 4, because most students are on a 4-year course, and each time it's 90 days. But let me ask you, before we close now, let me ask you just a couple of closing remarks. Did you think that in 90 days you could get the change that you have achieved?
I could have got that or not?
When you started this 90-day program, did you think you would be where you are now 90 days later?
No, I thought that it's, as I told you, I just started as like a formality to complete that course because my doctor had told me to do. And I never thought that something like I'm not talking to any person and something like online, something can change me a lot. I didn't think that it was very helpful, but I'm amazed at how it has transformed me.
And do you think if it's transformed you, it will transform anybody?
It can transform anybody. I believe if it has changed me, it can change anybody in the whole wide world. Anybody can be changed. Just the point is just you have to realize that it is for your health. When you start thinking like this, because as I said at the start, I was not paying any attention to it. But once you start thinking like it is there for my health or it will change me, you will definitely feel a change. After doing these activities, like you feel that there are these abilities in you. There is something, it is something that has brought changes, that has brought out your abilities.
That's fantastic. Well, Mishaim, thank you for coming online. It's really difficult doing not just a web interview, but being in the spotlight. And you've been in that spotlight, but hopefully you felt all the better for it. So we wish you all the best. We'll hopefully see you in next year's program. We can talk about that after we finish today. And wish you all the best in the future. Thank you so much for your feedback. It's really helped us, and I'm sure it's helped thousands of other young people that are out there. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you very much from my side also, Neville and Mishaim. And Sam, I mean, just listening to you, it just reinforces the confidence within us of what we are doing and how we are trying to bring this change in this whole world. So once again, thank you very much for taking the time to be on this special Neville's Corner. Take care. You all have a good day. Bye-bye. All right.
Thank you. Allah.
Bye. Allah Hafiz.